beautiful sight. It really is.
I'm not talking about other things. I'm talking about Israel. You and I both agree we're the best support.
30 years ago, there was another prisoner in a faraway place, just like Gilad Shalit. And I stood, just like you, at a rally demanding his freedom. For 9 long years, this prisoner, like Gilad Shalit, was isolated but not alone. He too knew that there were people who cared, people who wanted to set him free, people just like you. 30 years ago, that prisoner was Natan Sharansky. Let me tell you a little bit about him. He was born in 1948 in the Ukraine, and he graduated with a degree in computer science. He became active in the human rights movement and applied for an exit visa to Israel, which he was denied. He was charged with collaborating with the CIA and sentenced to 13 years in prison, including solitary confinement and hard labor. And in the courtroom, prior to the announcement of his verdict, Mr. Sharansky said, "To the court, I have nothing to say. To my wife and to the Jewish people, I say next year in Jerusalem." After 9 hard years of imprisonment and after intense international pressure, Natan was released on February 11, 1986, emigrated to Israel and arrived there that very same day. In Israel, he became active in the historic struggle for the release of all Soviet Jews and was the driving force behind the 1987 historic rally of over 250,000 people during Gorbachev's visit in Washington, D.C. 10 years after making Aliyah, Natan started a political party in Israel to advocate for Russian immigrants. He served as a minister as well as a deputy prime minister in all of the successive governments. Natan was awarded the United States Congressional Gold Medal in 1986 and the United States Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2006. And last year he was named chairman of the executive of the Jewish Agency for Israel, an extraordinary organization and a partner of the Jewish Federation of Greater Atlanta. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you a hero for human rights, a hero for the Jewish people, Natan Sharansky.
Dear friends, Shalom, привет. Many years ago, in the Soviet Union, we Soviet Jews, who absolutely knew nothing about our history, about our Jewishness, about State of Israel, discovered for ourselves that we are part of Jewish people and that Jewish people are ready to fight in order to bring freedom to us. And it gave us a lot of strength to start our struggle against the most awful and cruel dictatorship which then existed. When I was arrested, I was told by KGB, secret police, that nobody in the world now will say a word on my behalf. That the world is scared, afraid to be accused in comparison with us. But I knew already our people. I knew that the Jews of the world will never stop fighting. And that's what was giving me strength. After I was released, in fact, until this day, I'm meeting many people who are saying, we in our Jewish school, we're writing you letters. hundreds and hundreds of letters. Did you receive them? And I told them frankly, I never received even one letter. But I told them, but it is very important that you wrote these letters. It's very important that you demonstrated. Because KGB, my prison guards, they received these letters. They knew that you're fighting. And they were scared. And that's why I was released. Today, Gilad Shalit is not receiving our letters. They don't show him CNN to see the matches in his support. They don't tell him how we all are fighting for his release. But he knows it, as I knew. He feels it, as I felt. And that's what gives him strength. And that's why it is very important that every day we will think about him. We will pray for him. We will write him letters, and we will demonstrate. Demonstrate in front of all the world. Because our demand is not only to Hamas to release Gilad Shalit. We know that Hamas will not do it as a favor. Hamas will do it if it will be scared. And it is very important that the free world, United States of America, all those people to whom justice is dear, they all will be fighting against Hamas. They will be boycotting Hamas. They will be isolating Hamas. It is very important that Hamas will know that for every day that Gilad Shalit is in prison, they will pay a big price. And your support, and your solidarity, and your demonstrations, and your letters is the best guarantee that Gilad will have hope and Hamas will release him. Am Israel Chai.
Нет, 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 это,